Greater than 0 level falls can occur in the physical attack phase, when one mech displaces another mech off of a height via a push or a shove. However, mechs can also fall when standing on a man-made structure that is collapsing, like a bridge or a building. Mechs can also suffer greater than 0 level falls if they skid off of a height of some kind. This video demonstrates the Thunderbolt displacing the catapult by pushing the catapult off of a hill. Now let's hit the table. Here, both the catapult and Thunderbolt stand on a level 2 hill, which is adjacent to a level 1 hill. Accordingly, if the Thunderbolt pushes the catapult down in this direction, the catapult fell from a level 2 hill to a level 1 hill, resulting in a 1 level fall. When a mech suffers a 1 level fall, that mech gets to make a piloting skill roll to stay standing. If successful, the mech does not suffer falling damage and stays standing. However, if we find ourselves in this situation, and if the Thunderbolt pushes the catapult down, the catapult now suffered a 2 level fall. And when a mech suffers a fall of 2 levels or greater, that mech automatically falls and does not get to make a piloting skill roll to stay standing. This mech will suffer damage. Let's get into that. Supposing this Thunderbolt pushed this catapult off of the level 2 hill and onto the level 0 hex, this catapult suffered a 2 or greater level fall and gets to make no piloting skill roll to stay standing. This mech suffered an automatic fall and takes damage. Let's start by rolling for facing on the facing after fall table with 1d6. 5. That's 2 hex sides left, and it fell on its left side. So 1, 2, and then it fell on its left side before rolling over to lie face down. Now the pilot needs to make their seatbelt check. The base number for a seatbelt check is 5 for this mech pilot because the piloting skill is 5. And we have an additional +1 modifier applied to the target number for every level above 1 fallen. This mech fell 2 levels, which is 1 above 1 level fallen, so we add 1 to the piloting skill of 5 to yield 6. This mech pilot must meter beat a 6 on 2d6. 7. The mech pilot remembered to wear his seatbelt and does not take a point of damage. We calculate the damage with this damage formula. The catapult's tonnage is 65 times the number of levels fallen, which is 2, plus 1. So 65 divided by 10, that becomes 7 times 3, which equals 21. And we divide this 21 up into 5 damage value groupings, assigning any remaining damage to a lesser grouping. So that would be 5, 10, 15, 21. That's all the damage the catapult will take. Now we roll for the location of these damage value groupings. 5. On the left side column, that's a left arm for 5. Make a little mark there. Go again. 8. That's center torso for 5. Go again. 8. Center torso again. 9. Right torso for 5. And now for the 1 location. For the 1 damage value group. Location. 11. Left arm for 1. And that's really all there is to it. Falling into water makes this process gnarlier, because the displaced mech first takes damage from hitting the water's surface, and then takes damage from hitting the floor of the water hex. Playing around with water, the Thunderbolt pushes the catapult off the level 2 hill into the water. First, we roll for facing after a fall. 1d6. 6, so 1 hex side left on the left side. Left, down. Now we have to check to see if the pilot remembered to wear their seatbelt. That's still a 6 up. 4, no, the pilot did not remember to wear a seatbelt. So the pilot takes a hit and needs a 3 or higher to remain conscious. 11, the pilot retains consciousness. Now we turn to the damage formula, which is right here. So, tonnage is 65 divided by 10 times number of levels fallen, 2 plus 1, divided by 2. So 65 divided by 10, rounded up, is 7 times 3 divided by 2, which equals 21 divided by 2, which equals 10.5, which we round down to 10. And we divide that 10 up into 5 damage value groupings. Now we roll for location. Rolling on the left side location table. 4. Left arm. 5 damage goes to the left arm. Now we roll for location for the second 5 damage value grouping. 11. Right leg for 5. Now the pilot starts taking damage for hitting the water hex floor. Let's roll for facing. 6. That's 1 hex side left and on its left side. So that would be there and on its left side. Now we make the seatbelt check, which is still a 6 up. Yep, pilot remembered to wear a seatbelt this time. Alright, now for the new damage formula, which is here. It's now tonnage divided by 10, round up, times the depth of the water hex plus 1 divided by 2. So, as you remember, that's 7 times depth of water hex. This is a depth 2 water hex, so that's 2 plus 1 divided by 2. So that's 7 times 3 divided by 2, which equals 21, divided by 2, which equals 10.5, which we round down to 10. Yeah, 10, which we divide up into 5 damage value groupings. Again, rolling for the first 5 damage value grouping. 9 on the left side column. Right torso, 5 damage. Check for a hull breach. No hull breach. Roll for the next 5 damage value group. 3, that's left leg for 5. Check for a hull breach. 6, no hull breach.